Good morning, guys. So last night was just a long, stretched out night. But by the grace of my daddy, I am here. And right now, we're actually going to be doing, we're going to be reading Isaiah 54. I do have like the heat kind of like on high right now because it's like super cold. So just bear with me if you hear like that little in the background. That's what that is. That's the heat, and it's cold. So I don't really want to turn it off, guys. Just being real. Like, it's cold. I'm cold. So yeah, but yeah. Okay. So the reason why we're reading Isaiah 53, in case anyone may be wondering, is because that's like actually kind of like that's a book for me, because that's actually the book where it gives us the description of Jesus. And that's like the only one that gave us a description, because all the other books don't give a description. You know, it tells us what he does, when he was born, where he was born, events that took place before and after his birth, but none of them, other than Isaiah 53, told us what he looked like. And my whole life growing up, you know, we've always seen these pictures of this handsome white guy with the flowing hair, and they're like, oh, that's Jesus. No, it's not. And let me highlight on why it's not. Okay. So, like I said, Isaiah 53, right? All right. So we're starting at verse 1, because science. Who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? He grew up before him like a tender shoot, and like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him. Nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. I'm going to repeat that again. And this is the second sentence of verse 2, right before verse 3. Okay. I'm going to just repeat that specific line again, because I had a bit of a background disturbance via the enemy. Okay. So it says, he had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him. Nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. Right? Meaning, you know, he was hit. He was hit. Like, looks wise, he was not the one. Now, who he is, oh, he's definitely the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. But looks wise, it tells us that he had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, and nothing in his appearance that we should desire him, right? And ironically, from the Nigerian apostle, I need to get his name right, but the Nigerian apostle Miz, right? He recently, I recently watched one of his videos where he was making mention of, you know, the glory of God, and like how God is just, nobody has ever seen him. You can't see him. And these are facts. This is all true. It's in the Bible, right? And how the angels who are up there with him, they have 6 wings, 2 to cover their eyes, 2 to fly with, and 2 to cover their feet. The cover their eyes because he is just so holy. Please, we cannot even see him. We will never be able to fathom to see him unless we're looking at the brightest of a light of just, it would be like trying to look at the sun 24/7. It's impossible. It cannot be done. Right? So when that video was brought to my attention, a revelation was brought to me, right? So, okay, boom. They cannot see him because he is so holy. Like, nobody can see God. Like, literally, we will die. Literally, we will die if we see God. We will literally die. Okay. Now, with this being said, he made Jesus in his own image, right? Right. And when I first used to read that passage, it used to break my heart because I'm like, yo, Jesus was mad ugly, but he was just this awesome, wonderful dude. And it was just like, wow. And let's be clear about something. God makes no mistakes, right? And so the reason for Jesus being designed that way is because the glory of God, we can't even look at God, right? So if God was to make Jesus beautiful, people would be looking at him for his beauty all day and still be living. They wouldn't be dead. You get what I'm trying to say? So, like, please, I beg. 2, God uses the foolish things to confound the world, right? Because ironically, the way people are set up is like they'll respect you more or they'll be more attracted to you if you look a certain way or you dress a certain way, versus Jesus. He was not attractive, but yet his power, his authority, and who he was made him attractive. You understand? Like, man, this stuff is so deep. I really, really want to go super deep with this, but it's too many distractions, and I'm like outside right now. But let's continue. So verse 3 tells us that he was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar pain, right? So anytime we get despised, rejected, and feel lonely and things of that nature, let us please revert back to Isaiah 53, verse 3. To let us know that we were not alone and that Jesus understands every hurt and pain that we feel. And he took on all our hurt and pain and our sin when he got up on that cross for our ungrateful, beady head, bobble behinds. And knowing that a lot of people would reject him and not love him and deny him and disrespect him, he still chose to get on that cross and die for us. I'm like literally about to cry. I've been crying all night. I just got to a point where I could like kind of breathe again, so I'm gonna just try to keep it together for right now. But yeah, like one from whom people hid their faces, he was despised, and we held him in low esteem. Like, I be getting tight just reading this, to be honest, but it helps me appreciate him more and understand more why I need to be in love with him, because he went through all of this for me. And then a lot of us chosen ones, with the spiritual warfare that we go through and the witchcraft and the attacks and all of that stuff, like, depending on your spiritual rank, your anointing, your calling, and things of that nature will depend on how intense and how much the attacks are. So for Jesus to be Jesus, God himself, imagine how his attacks was. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like a lot of times with my little 2-cent attacks, I be yo, right, man. So listen, yo. And the fact that he put up with mad stuff for us, ungrateful, undeserving, unloving, unkind, unthoughtful, us. And I say us because sometimes I'll fall into this category too. Like, don't get it twisted. God, my heart it has came a long way, and I genuinely thank him for that. But there's still times where you may get cursed out by me. You're not going to get punched in the face no more by the grace of God, but you will get cursed out. Later on with my time with him, when he's checking me like Nike, I repent and things of that nature. But no, yeah, baby, when I'm in that mood, you could, and once again, hey, I'm still human, right? So let us continue, because it's not even about me. Okay, it's about my daddy and what he did for us. Because verse 4 says, surely he took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. We all, like sheep, have gone astray. Let me repeat that for somebody in the back, in case they might try to act like I might think or feel like I'm too holy because I'm doing these videos. Baby, no. Because like I said, I'm still human. And I want every part of my I'm still humanness to come out in these Bible studies, just so you guys can see that you don't have to be perfect for God to use you. You just have to be willing. Because, see, I think that's a big problem that a lot of people are facing right now. Too many people are focused on trying to be perfect before they let God use them. No, baby. You're moving wrong. You're moving wrong. Let him use you first. He's going to turn you into how he needs you to be. But you start with being willing to let him use you in the state that you're in right now. Cursing, smoking, drinking. Yes, all of that. Please. By all means, he wants you just that same exact way. He loves you that same exact way. High on crack, coke, heroin, dope, shrooms, brooms, whatever. It doesn't matter. I promise you, he is the best high you will ever have. And yo, guess what, y'all? Free high. You ain't even got to pay for that high. Baby, you ain't never got to pay for that high. Man, we'll get into that in a second. Because now I'm getting turned up. It's still cold. My feet cold. Shoot, I'm about to turn the heat back on in a second. But let's keep going, y'all. Because verse 6 said, what? We all, like sheep, have gone astray. Each of us have turned to our own way. And the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of all us. Oh, boy. I want to repeat that again, right? We all, like sheep, have gone astray. Each of us have turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of all of us. Oh, I'm sorry, of us all. So let us just take a moment to understand the depths of why we don't deserve him. You understand? We don't deserve him. Because we wake up and do what we want to do. Throughout the day, we do what we want to do, say what we want to say, act how we want to act. Not taking into consideration that, hey, it was somebody who actually died for us. And who bore our iniquities and our sins so we could have a chance to be close to the one who created us. Just because God created us gives none of us any authority or right to even be by him, around him, to receive his grace or anything of that nature. Let us all understand this and take time to appreciate his grace that he does give us. Take time to appreciate the mercy that he gives us. Take time to appreciate the time that he gives us. Right? Right. Because in verse 7, it clearly tells us that he was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before its shearers is silent, so he did not open his mouth. By oppression and judgment he was taken away. Yet, who of his generation protested? Who? Nobody. Nobody was like, yo, don't kill that man. He's a good man. He don't deserve that. And he didn't. But still, he chose to die for us. For me. For you listening to this video. He chose to die for us. So I think the least we could do is give him our heart and some of our time that he blessed us with. Cause we just be acting like we created time and oh God, I gotta see if I got time for you. All right. No, yeah, we all gotta do better. And I say that respectfully. We all have to do better. But nobody protested. Oh, man. Nobody protested because they weren't supposed to. As much as he would have wanted somebody to, because I'm pretty sure he would have wanted somebody to. And he even said, Dad, if we could do this another way, let's do it another way. That's pretty much what he was saying when he said, I don't want this cup. Let's switch the cup. I'm gonna look for that verse and I'm gonna link it. But the verse where he says, when he's praying and he knows the time is coming, and he's like, man, listen, is there another way? Because I feel him on that, though. I feel him on that. Because I promise you, just please, baby. Oh, my goodness. The Kingdom Spouse journey is real. Okay? And the warfare I'm going through from that alone. And the praying without ceasing for my significant other is just, a lot of times it is a burden for me, I'm not gonna lie. But my joy comes from the Lord, so I don't even want to focus on the little corny pinball tactics the enemy got going on. But anyway, right? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgression of my people, he was punished. I am going to... Guys, I have to blow my nose. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I want to stop this, pause it. I'm not sure, but let me blow my nose. Oof, y'all, sorry about that. I'm back. Had a little tear session. This chapter makes me very emotional. And this chapter was the turning point of when I really started to take my walk. Well, not even walk, but my relationship with Jesus a lot more serious. Because, like I mentioned before in the Proverbs Bible study, that my dad, he instilled the going to church for us, and I truly am thankful for that. And, during my teenage years, I strayed away, like a typical teen, in oppression, surrounded by destiny destroyers. But nonetheless, everything worked out, and I am here with y'all right now doing this video, and we munching and yamming on this good old soul food. So let us continue, right? Because in verse 9, it tells us that he was assigned a grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, though he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth. I could name more than 10 people right now who I know whose mouth is full of deceit and life is full of violence. And nobody's throwing them on the hangman. Hey, man. No. No. I just... OMG. Seriously, guys. No, I'm not trying to promote violence. I'm not saying that to promote violence. I'm just saying that from the sense of people are crazy. But that's how they are, because, for a lot of people, what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong, right? So, boom, check it, right? Verse 10. Yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. And though the Lord makes his life an offering for sin, he will see his offspring and prolong his days. And the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand. After he has suffered, he will see the light of life and be satisfied. By his knowledge, my righteous servant will justify many, and he will bear their iniquities. Therefore, I will give him a portion among the great, and will divide the spoil with the strong. Because he poured out his life unto death, and was numbered with the transgressors. For he bore the sins of many, and made intercession for the transgressors. Okay, let's just start off by saying that Jesus is the greatest intercessor of all time. And we should all strive to be like him. And I say that so fluently, but I kid you not, literally, that was a part of my breakdown that I had last night, right? Because with me saying that, I'm supposed to be interceding for my significant other. And don't get me wrong, I was interceding, I have been interceding, I am interceding. However, I am still human. So for me, interceding for how many years now? I'm tired. I need a nap. And it was this whole breakdown. And just that fast, he had to check me and get me all the way together. I don't even barely get too much room to be messing up and dropping the ball too much. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. Sometimes I'm not, but overall, for the most part, genuinely, I am okay with that, and I'm thankful for that. And if you find yourself getting checked and correct by God, please do not take that for granted, because that genuinely means that he loves you, and he cares about you, and he wants what's best for you. He knows what's best for us, and he has what's best for us. We just have to be willing to be obedient and listen to him. And I preached this one time in a sermon, that God is always talking. We just have to be listening. And that is such a true thing. I want to reiterate on that topic one of these days. I don't know if I want to freestyle it, do notes. I don't know. I'm just going to let my dad lead me. But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It was a lot going on with me, but I'm coming back around. My breathing is coming back together now, so thank God for that. But we definitely we'll get back later because there's so much to consume with this soul food journey. And I'm actually at a point in my life where I'm liking my Bible study more than I'm liking eating actual food. Guys, boom. So, okay, Trader Joe's has these onion cake things. They're like Taiwanese type. Don't even make me start chopping up stuff. Okay. They have these onion pancake things, right? I seen them. I was like, oh, okay, that looks interesting. I'm thinking it's one thing, right? I'm thinking it's going to be like a really super thin, kind of almost like the flat taco shell kind of texture. Baby, they come frozen. You have to put them in a skillet pan, right? So when I first got them, I put them in a skillet pan. I was like, So one day, I didn't want to put it in the skillet pan. So I was like, let me just throw it in the oven because, guys, that onion cake, I don't care what nobody say. In my mind, that is what manna is. Hands down. Like, hands down. That is the equivalent to earthly manna. Because, yo, that little Frisbee disc is flaky. It's light. It's good. Just try it. I'm going to clip the picture onto the video so you guys can see it. Screenshot it. Please screenshot it. If you see it, get it. Put it in the oven at 400. That's what I did. I put it in the oven at 400 for maybe like 10 minutes or something like that. Just kind of like peek in and check on it. You may need to flip it. You may not. The last time I did it, I didn't flip it. The bottom side had the golden brown pieces and the top side was like crunchy but white. Guys, that bread is so good. And like I've literally been only consuming that for a couple of days now. Like because I've been like a little offbeat, I haven't been eating food. I didn't even really have my taste. I just recently got my taste back like yesterday. My taste was gone for like 2 days, which those were the longest 2 days of my life because but yes, one of the things that helped me get back my sense of taste rather quickly, I boiled some hot water. Upon instructions from my dad, I boiled hot water. I put a block of frozen ginger cube that I have from Trader Joe's, some cayenne pepper, and ginger, cayenne. It was something else. Oh, what was it? Oh, lime. I have these little lime seasoning packets. I use one of those. Very good. Those lime seasoning packets. I'll post a picture, but I don't know if I want to link it because guys, y'all know, like I put y'all on the stuff. And then when I go to get it, I don't even see it no more. So I'm skeptical. I'm going to see, but yes. So that is the end of Isaiah 54. I genuinely hope that this gave you a little bit more enlightenment and clarity on Jesus and depths of what he did for us on that cross when he died. Because like the only time it gets brought up and highlighted is like around Christmas or Easter. Well, Christmas and Easter. And that's not cool because for one, every day that we wake up, the only reason we are even waking up is because of the fact that he died on the cross. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta like start putting a lot more respect on his name. Like seriously. And just giving him more reverence and respecting him. Like too many people put too much respect and reverence on these earthly people who... These people don't know you. These celebrities, they don't know you. If you came into a problem, 9 times out of 10, most of them won't even buy you lunch for the day. They won't even buy you breakfast for the day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these celebrities and wealthy people, they're sitting on all this money Meanwhile, we have all these poor people out here, poor and homeless and all of that, and these people showing off their cribs and all their nice luxurious, but that's another story for another day. Cause y'all, baby, if you let me, I'll go. Huh? Tell me when to go. Go what? Oh, okay. But yes, so let us just start the day with reverence, thanksgiving, and just being thankful. You know what I'm saying? For what he did. Because I promise you, we don't deserve him. But yet and still. Huh? It says, he died for our beady bobble blockhead selves. And at a point, he really didn't even want to, which I can't blame him, because sometimes I don't even be wanting to pray for my significant other when he, make me mad enough, or if I get mad enough thinking about something that, concerning him. So, it's real easy for me to say, hey, no, I don't want to do this today. So, with that being said, and us being human and being so quick to give up on each other, the fact that God made himself into human form just to come to the earth to sacrifice himself, just to give us access to him. Like, come on, guys, let's do better. Like I said, you don't have to be perfect. Please, I beg, don't let you wanting to be perfect stop you from a beautiful relationship with somebody who loves you. Understand the depths of how much he loved us. He died for us. This man got pierced in his side and hung on a cross for us. He was whipped to the point where his skin ripped open. Man, I don't even want to get into it because I just started back breathing decent. Y'all know that. But listen, I love y'all. My dad loves y'all. And let's just give thanks, I'm going to link some songs that help me get in good spirits that can hopefully help you guys get in good spirits. Actually link the playlist. Yeah, I will link a whole playlist because, this stuff be needed. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, like, the anointings on a lot of these songs. Oh, and the Christian movies. Yes. Okay, thank you, Daddy. Yes, guys, because those Christian movies help too. Yo, listen, this year, let's make this the year, right? Where we start, like, the way how people, like, be, like, reverencing these celebrities. No, Jesus is the greatest celebrity, so let's reverence him. Let's put him up on that pedestal where he deserves to be. Like, all jokes aside, respectfully, like, guys, hey, this one, I love y'all. If you don't do nothing else, think about what Christ did for you on the cross today. So anytime you feel down or undeserving or unworthy or unseen or anything like that, please pull up this video or just simply go to Isaiah 53. You don't even gotta come to this video if you don't want to now. I don't mind having you hurt, but if you don't want to be here, then I don't want you hurt. But no, on a serious note, guys, I do love you guys, and I do thank you for spending your time with me, because like I said, time is valuable, and I try not to hold you guys up too much, but at the same time, I just go with the flow. So all is well. It is well. Love you guys. Later.